Welcome back to another episode of The Director's Cut. Today we're going to be talking about
our favourite television shows. And I just noticed I'm looking down, and that's because we have a monitor underneath the camera. I apologise for that. But before we talk about our favourite shows, I just wanted to explain what exactly Director's Cut was, even though we're 3 episodes in. It's basically a low-stakes video thing that we can use to talk about things and test out new equipment, like these microphones.
Bongle, dingle, dangle.
Because, you know, if we're on a film set and we don't know how the equipment works, then that sucks. So we're learning, and today we learned how to do the monitor. So we'll get started with the favourite shows now. You can go first.
There are so many TV shows that I've seen, and I'm only going to talk about one of them because it's the one I keep coming back to after so much time, and it's one of the longest running shows out there. That would be Doctor Who. Now, right now I'm only going to talk about the new series. It's 19 years old currently, but that's what I kind of grew up with. I got started with Matt Smith, watched it live as it came out, restarted with Christopher Eccleston, and I just think it's a testament to how shows can be kind of upgraded. I'm going to say upgraded for the modern day. I say modern, it was 2005, but it took a kind of not slow, but like different format of show from back in the day with questionable special effects and a bit of a younger audience and turned it into a new kind of event television series from, I want to say, the golden age of television, the early 2000s, back when everyone was actually still watching television. And
everything wasn't a 8-episode miniseries.
And it wasn't on streaming, it was on actual television. Back in the day, everyone was talking about television. Be like, oh, let's talk about Lost, let's talk about
The Office.
And everyone was talking about Doctor Who back then. I have to give credit to Russell T Davies for bringing the show back and kind of making it more accessible for the current day. Well, that's a can of worms, but back then, I mean, not right now. Stephen Moffat was pretty good at taking the show in a new direction. Chris Chibnall. And then Russell T Davies came back, and as of right now, he's only written 4. We've only seen 4 of his new episodes. Bit of a different direction, bit of a modern, more updated
Disney,
yeah. I do enjoy some of his other shows he made in the meantime, but I feel like that maybe didn't translate as well to Doctor Who as it should have. Maybe he took too long of a break. Anyway, I love the show, even though it has its moments. Most of them are good, half good, half bad. I love both the good and the bad. What is that? I can't read that either.
I also like Doctor Who.
Yeah. And that's all I have to say about the show.
That's good. It's a good show. Sci-fi. We have a Dalek up here, if you move your head. That's from Genesis of the Daleks, which is a Tom Baker episode. Tom Baker is regarded as many by the best doctor.
Look here, Doctor, you're not fit.
Not fit. Of course I'm fit. All systems go.
Say. Look.
I think John Pertwee's better.
I always find that violent exercise makes me hungry. Don't you agree?
Then you'd better enjoy your meal, Doctor, because it might be your last.
I haven't seen Tom Baker, so I prefer Patrick Troughton.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's your favourite show?
Well, my favourite show, as you'll know if you watch the favourite films thing, and if you look right there, it's The Monkees. The Monkees. Ran from 1966 to 1968, so it's an early sitcom, but I think it's aged pretty well for a show from the 60s, except for all the poorly aged, offensive things. We'll be putting some B-roll up on the screen, so you'll have interesting things to look at when talking about Doctor Who, and there'll be clips from the monkeys when I'm talking about it. So they were made for television band, so they're a fake band like the Archies, and I think Big Time Rush is the modern equivalent. Yeah, so that's basically, that's the gist of it.
Wow.
And I first started watching them in October 2021, so at this point, 2.5 years ago. So I'm like a 4th generation Monkeys fan. The band, it's not very popular anymore. The show is free to watch on Internet Archive if you want to watch that. There's also 2 high definition episodes on YouTube if you want to check them out. I'll put them in the description. One of them is better than the other. Yeah, so.
I would just like to add that the majority of the surviving episodes of classic Doctor Who are also available on Internet Archive. They're pretty good. That's why I've been watching it, because they took it off streaming.
Yeah. What happened to BritBox? BritBox was supposed to be the one-stop shop for all things BBC, and then they take off.
I got an ad for BritBox on TV the other day, and I was like, boo! They're not showing any Doctor Who clips because they don't have it.
Boycott BritBox. And also the BBC and Disney and...
I think, yeah, I remember in the good old days when
Everything,
Netflix
really.
used to have Doctor Who.
Yeah. That's pretty... I have some of them on DVD, because DVD is the best way to watch things.
That's an episode idea.
So do you want to talk a little bit about how Doctor Who has influenced some of your films?
Of course I do.
Because I know that you like time travel. I keep looking down at the monitor.
I'm staring directly into the camera. Yeah, no, it's definitely one of the kind of bigger driving forces behind the things I like to write/make. I've written a few kind of period pieces, like old TV style films and things, so that's kind of based on the classic show. But I think ever since I watched Back to the Future, even before then, I think I was watching Doctor Who already, I just love the idea of time travel, and I'm just going to try to put it in as many things as we can like feasibly film, because it's just such a fun concept. I notice the actual show Doctor Who doesn't do much with time travel as an actual plot point. It's more of a vehicle to just get from one destination to the other. I wish they'd kind of do more stories specifically about time travel, but that's a whole nother thing.
It's a whole different can of worms. And we have a nice little Doctor Who film. It's not on this channel, but I'll link it in the description.
On my channel.
It's on his channel. It's
Is it unlisted or private or something?
No, I think it's public.
Okay.
It's a parody of the first Doctor.
William Hartnell.
William Hartnell.
Played by yours truly.
Yeah. And I play William Chesterton.
Ian Chesterton.
Ian Chesterton. William.
The actor's name is William, yeah.
Yeah, William Russell plays Ian
Both
Chesterton.
named William.
Yeah.
Do we have a special guest? I don't know how we're going to segue into this bit.
Jump cut.
Welcome back. We have a special guest. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Joe, a friend
Joe.
of Super Video Films. I've been in a few films,
Yeah.
not massive roles. And I guess I'll just tell you my favourite shows. I won't go into as much detail.
Just do one show.
Okay.
Community.
Well, yeah, I guess my favourite show would be Community. It's kind of funny in a stupid way. That's about it. I'm
Thanks.
also partial
Thanks,
to
Joe.
quiz shows.
Joe.
Could you name a
Weekday
few?
afternoon.
Joe, you've gone over your quota of one show.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So you're fired. You won't ever see Joe again. I'm sorry, guys.
We're putting him in the incinerator after this.
That's a joke. So, this video has been 11 minutes long approximately. I have a time thing on the monitor that I keep looking at. So,
How long is it supposed to be?
12 minutes.
That's pretty good.
So anyway, feel free to check out The Monkees and Doctor Who, classic Doctor Who.
Feel free to turn on your TV and watch an actual TV show and not Disney Plus.
Yeah, even if it's Jeopardy.
I love Jeopardy.
I love Jeopardy too. What is Jeopardy? Rest in peace, Alex Trebek.
What is Jeopardy?
And Ken Jennings is pretty good too.
Yeah,